This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clueless Safe Trading Frank. Thank you for your attendance. I'd love to see more than 4 people at this webinars. Not that I care about it, but they should care about it. It is 9:13 p.m., 2 minutes, 120 seconds before the Chinese yuan fix, which is very, very important to our trading strategies and everything that traders do. And if you want to know why that's important, please listen to my previous videos, because I'm not going to spend time, explaining all that stuff. The Chinese yuan fix is very important against the US dollar because that determines risk off or risk on US markets going forward or global markets going forward. So, to repeat, 9:14 p.m., August 13, 2019, absolutely gorgeous evening here in the New Jersey, New York waterfront, overlooking Statue of Liberty. It is Tuesday. Full disclosure, this is purely for financial education, not for any solicitation or advice. Session will be recorded, uploaded to the Google YouTube channel. I love this chart. Sorry, distracting. And more importantly, any of you who cares about, as a trader, and I know all of you are traders, whether you're a closet trader, whether you're a scared trader or not, if you're in my service, you're trying to make money, that's what it's all about. So you can take care of your family and do everything that you need to do. Future just exploded. Up 3, up 2, up 2. That means the one has been fixed. And the markets like it. Otherwise, we'd be down 20 right now. Okay? Guys, this is the real deal. But let me get back to my thing. There's some promotional pitch. Please follow the Instagram channel. Tell all your friends, family, moms, dads, cats, dogs, gerbils, whatever you own, okay, to follow the Instagram channel. The option charts that I post out there are unbelievable. Why? Because some of you are in it. So you get to see the visual representation of those options trades on that. And once in a while, I have time during the day after guiding all of you on multiple trades to put the option charts out there. But most of the times I don't. So please follow the Instagram channel, Clueless Trading. Sometimes I've heard, oh, I don't have Instagram channel. Who the F cares? Create one, just follow. End of story. Follow Google, YouTube, of course you do, and Facebook and LinkedIn and Pinterest, I'm still working on. And by the way, any of you who know somebody who can really promote my social media exposure on the social media side, let me know. I'll pay them if they do the right job. That's America. Please do that. All right, guys, welcome. We have Mike H. We have Mike Murphy. Love you, Mike Murphy. Nazair, a Canadian Canuck. We have Sue. We have Trader from the Midwest, the Heartland. That what makes America great. And we have Trina. So first of all, a couple of comments. This is a wild market, guys. Okay? But beyond the wildness, the fact is that there are levels that we can work off. And you're seeing that right in front of you. This Hong Kong stuff is complete bullshit. And I'm going to be straightforward. I'm always going to be like, Donald Trump. Okay? This Hong Kong stuff is nuts. Imagine if you have a bunch of left-wing, hardcore anarchists, not just Democrats, but anarchists, like shutting down our airports. What the heck would we do? Would we send in the National Guard? Of course we would. It's a bunch of idiots who should just go back to their jobs I know Hong Kong's a different story. I've been to Hong Kong 3 times. I haven't been to Macau. My Canadian brother-in-law has been to Macau because he's a big poker fanatic. Not that he's a professional poker player, but he's a big poker fanatic. He's smarter than me. Okay? Richer than me. Lives in Waterloo, Canada. But the fact is that these guys are screwing up the whole economic order because Hong Kong is just like New York, the Asian version, just like Shanghai is. The Middle Eastern version is Dubai. These are the big money centers of the world. Okay? So when Hong Kong gets almost frozen, frozen because of this crap, and the average American has no freaking clue. They're thinking Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong. Yeah, I love Hong Kong food. The great Hong Kong there. The cuisine is amazing. But Hong Kong is a rich, little, tiny state, just like Singapore, giving you guys a little flavor of how the world works. And they're rich. And the rest of the non-rich in Hong Kong live in shoeboxes. Kowloon Bay, gorgeous. Go on Instagram, type in hashtag Hong Kong, hashtag Kowloon Bay. Gorgeous. And everything stopped. 5 to 10% of Hong Kong's revenues come from tourism. Nobody wants to go there right now. In fact, we should go there. In fact, when Tourism Trading has a big, which I'm intending to set up, a conference in New York City sometime early next year. All of you will come. Okay? You'll see what I'm talking about. So saying all that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not an entertainer. I'm a trader. I can give you long-winded stories about options that go from 40 cents to $3 and 500% ROI and stuff. But you don't need to hear that from me. You just have to go on the real-time Twitter feed. Active traders can do that. Even non-active swing traders can do that. We have enough reversal trades which are north of 100, 200, 300%. So that brings me to my next question. That's an hourly chart. I love these charts. Not because I structured them, because America, the greatest nation in the world, you know me, I'm a hardcore jingoistic patriot. I'm like nuts. Do I like everything that Donald does? No. Do I believe in the exceptionalist America? Absolutely. Should we have invaded Canada and taken over all the resources? Absolutely. I'm just kidding. That's for my Canadian members. We have a couple of them. Yes, America is great. We have a lot of faults. We're a bunch of morons who get things right. Okay? We are. America is clueless 8. So while I'm talking about this stuff, just keep in mind, we have a lot of risks. Okay? A lot of risks. And one of the biggest risks is the China. Let me get my writing board. Are you guys all with me so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are not bored yet, right?
Yes. Yes.
If my wife was listening to it, she'd be like, "You're so boring." But that's what happened after 21 years of marriage, right? So, let me just make this exciting. Let me get the my little boogie board so I can write on it. Bear with me, guys. This is going to be a very, very important session. What happened today, what Donald did today was intense, was huge. Moved back the tariffs till December 15th. Guys, you have to understand the power of power, the power of the presidency. This is huge. Now, I know we detect levels where you could have a reflex bounce. I didn't expect the markets to be up 500 points at one point. Apple options going from 1 and change to 6 and change. Boy, did we make money. And I know many of you did, if you listen to me. And then the markets closed up 380 points, 82 points, because of the Hong Kong moronic protesters who are trying to fight their own government for no reason. Don't want to get into the political bullshit of that because I don't understand Hong Kong that much. But I have friends in Hong Kong, so I do understand Hong Kong. These idiots are like left-wing fanatics who want to basically destroy one of the biggest economies in the world in a tiny state like Hong Kong for no reason other than autonomy. Freaking autonomy, forget it. I don't want to get into it. It's annoying. The big thinkers in the world who run the money, they don't give a crap about the protesters. I hope they get a real job, go back to what they're doing, and that's my thoughts. That's it. All right, so let's get into this right now. How would you like it if you have a bunch of neo-Nazis or anarchists, left-wing fanatics, all fighting each other in the middle of New York City? Well, that's exactly what's happening in Hong Kong right now. All right? Bloomberg is talking about Hong Kong in the back. By the way, Bloomberg on the back shouldn't be affecting you guys. So let me just make sure. Oops.
It's fine.
Yep, I'm just trying to change the color. Stroke color is black. Background color is yellow. And let's do this, guys. Welcome to HK, Hong Kong, Kowloon Bay. By the way, Google Kowloon Bay sometime. Beautiful. By the way, that's the third most expensive city in the world, just so you know. All right? AKA turmoil. My service is not just designed to show you like amazing charts, which have been dead right almost 70 to 90% of the time. It's to try to make you understand what the heck's going on. All right? So that's it. So I'm going to ask you guys a couple of quick questions, like Trina answered and Mike answered and everything in the last 2 days, which they were dead right on. All right? So forget Kowloon Bay. And let me ask you this question. Look at this chart. Let's talk money. What the heck does this look like, Nazir? What is this pattern called, Nazir? And I'm not, quizzing you. If you don't know, just say you don't know. What is this pattern?
Just W Dragon Bliss.
No, it's a bull flag in a big way. Okay? Yes, the W pattern is the bigger picture, but the short-term picture is what we call a total, unadulterated, confirmed bull flag. What does a bull flag mean? We talk about bull flags all the time, like, oh my God, that's a bull flag and this and that. So what the hell is a bull flag? A bull flag is billions of dollars worth of money going in and not wanting to get out. It is called franc. F. A bull flag can look like this, And guys, don't underestimate the power of these patterns because this is consistently being played out. Bull flags, bear flags, falling wedges, everything. And if anybody paid any attention to it, they made money. Yes, there's goddamn volatility. Nobody's like, somebody in stock tweets, because I post that once in a while. I still have like 33,000 followers or whatever. I didn't even post that much. And they're like, oh, a clock is right 2 times a day. I said, yeah, I don't go around buying $1 clocks from Dollar General. Okay? Bunch of morons. That's a RET, emotional trader. Excuses, regrets. And then he goes, then the guy from Stock Trade goes, I'm a street fighter, okay? But I want to get into a street fight with a plebeian, a low-level bullshit trader with 33 followers. So he goes to me, well, you should have bought Dollar General. Guys, we played Dollar General for earnings last quarter and the quarter before. That's the morons you guys don't want to be. And Stock Tweets is great. It's a great platform. But that's the moron you don't want to be because he's bearish on the market, regardless of what the charts are. This is a bull flag, the F. This is the ultimate bull flag, facing up. This is the bull flag that all of you get all freaking scared about. It's called a consolidation channel. This is a bull flag that most of you are confused about. Sideways, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I've showed these repeatedly. Guys, one thing I realized that applies to me and to all of you, okay? Let me mute Bloomberg for a second, is it is not just the charts. It is what we do. Do I not sometimes miss a whole bunch of big fat trades because I am somewhat scared of the volatility? Absolutely I do. But do I jump in and say, no, I will win. I'm going to get into that trade regardless of what happens. And then what happens? A tweet comes and the market drops 400 points. So what do? I freak out? I get scared? I'm a wuss? No. I always have cash on the side. We will do a small short trade for a day or so. Then we'll buy the bottoms and we'll ride the wave. I don't want to be like some sort of like hardcore, like, right-wing, jingoistic, whatever, right? But honestly, if you always trade scared, you will never, ever win. That's a thing, that's a saying that I know for a fact. That's something I know from Wall Street, from my old clients, institutional clients, and high net worth clients, because on our team, you have to have 5 million or plus to enter the game, to open an account with us. Okay? You cannot win with scared money. So if you want to be scared money all the time, you want to go to bed like hugging your teddy bear, like all scared, like tomorrow's going to be Armageddon, you will never, ever, ever, ever make money. End of story. Guys, I'm being dead serious. 99% of the time that some of you do not make money is not because I am putting out unbelievable alerts and dollar cost averaging and all that stuff. It's because you guys are not acting. What the heck are you waiting for? For mommy to make you a nice cocoa drink and say everything's going to be okay tomorrow? No, everything is not going to be okay tomorrow. You're a man or a woman who's an adult. So wake up, hashtag time to grow up. Guys, I'm not Tony Robbins, okay? I'm not running some motivational frigging seminar here or 50,000 people listening to me scream at them. Yeah, one day I will. Maybe I won't like it because I don't like doing that crap. Okay? I'm just running a trading service where I'm doing well and sharing every single aspect of my trading philosophy, my trading strategy with all of you, and doing a whole bunch of trades on the side which have nothing to do with you. Because my charts are there, you guys can do what the heck you want. So before you go to bed tonight, just ask yourself, do you always want to be a chicken trader? Because if you look back at your track record, and I've back tested my trades, you have lost more by not taking long trades than what you have done by taking long trades and having short-term fluctuations down. Guaranteed. I'll meet you guys head to head. And every loss that comes, if you think that's the end of the world, like I put out on the Twitter feed, right? Every loss that you get, if you think that's the end of the world, I'm going to be really hard right now. You guys are going to die soon. Just the stress itself will kill you guys. Every time you get a scratch in your car or a parking ticket, if you think that's the end of the world, you are not a trader. You are not somebody who's going to be successful in life. Just remember that. Okay? All right, enough of that. I get too emotional about that bullshit about excuses and losers and quitters and all that stuff. All right? Because I am not. I'm 50 plus years old. I have more energy than 99% of you guys out there. Maybe I look better than 99% of you guys out there. All right? But better looking doesn't make money. It's your brains. Make your brains work. So, let's get back into technicals, guys. So this is a damn good looking chart. This is where we are. So, given small fluctuations back and forth, yes, we can pull back a little bit here, this and that. Most dangerous thing about the markets right now, this relates to Donald Trump, is another tweet saying, well, I think the Chinese suck, or something in that range. Markets will fall 400 points. That's my biggest fear. Okay? There's a big poker game going on out there. But I believe what he did today, with the advice of his phenomenal advisors, Steve Mnuchin, Peter Navarro, Robert Lighthouser, this was a coordinated move to make sure that the markets were calm. So the 3, 4 points, 7 points that you see on the S&P E-mini futures are down about $3.50, 3.50, mean nothing. The charts are what it's all about. As long as we keep this bull flag intact between 29, what is it? 29.13 and 29.44. That's a lot of points, by the way. That's almost 180 Dow points. As long as we keep this bull flag intact, we are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, and please answer me this question, because you guys are great for being here. What week is this week for options expiration?
The monthly OPEX.
Thank you. What does monthly OPEX 90 or 80% of the time mean? Is it bullish or bearish? What have you heard from me and what has been shown repeatedly?
Always bullish.
I'm sorry?
Bullish.
Yes. So you just saw a small example of that right here. Guys, I think about everything that I do. I'm not here for like taps on my back, on my head saying, oh, you're the best, man. You're this. I don't give a flying crap about that. Okay? I want you guys to realize the power of what I'm delivering to you guys. It's not going to be right every single day or every single 15 minutes. But when I'm showing those charts on the daily and the weekly, which we're going to look at, that's how we're going to end our session. You guys have to use your own discipline to be disciplined. You can't be disciplined as a trader and make crap loads of money on Roku or Apple or Amazon or all those different trades that we do. Not every one of my trades are going to work every single day. But I would say a good 70 to 80% of my trades, if you backtrack it, if somebody spends the time looking through it, have worked. Humana Health. Nobody talks about it. Do you see guys on CNBC talking about Humana Health and Anthem and United Health? No, you never hear those bozos talking about it. Those are some of the strongest stocks. Have you heard a single person on the financial media that you watch, CNBC, Bloomberg, or Fox Financial Network, talk about Northrop Grumman? Yes or no?
No.
Have we made money on all of those stocks?
Yes.
The charts. Yes. Last between 3 and 4 yesterday afternoon, a sell program came in on let me pull the charts in on Humana. Recommended those options around 3. All of a sudden, the sell program comes in, the options are only at 5 instead of at 6. And what is it? It's to screw everybody up. Guys, the market is not a nice place. It is a dangerous, risky place. But if you are a warrior, if you have the armor, if you are a Marine, if you have the reconnaissance, that's what I do. I show you the roadmap so that you know where the enemy lies. And if you guys don't want to focus on that and keep on just frigging looking at prices up or down, you're done. So let's look at Humana. This stock is going a lot higher. I've been talking about this for weeks now, since 225, 240. It's at 304. Imagine if you managed a big account for your parents and you said, Dad, real estate trading, Frank, looked at Humana and he said, looked at the lines and he said, buy the stock at 225, 230. I didn't buy it at 225, by the way. It was mostly around 240. I'm not a liar. Okay. We did buy it around 235. And he says it goes to 300. So Dad's going to sit you down and let's imagine that Dad has 20 million bucks. The son, you sure about that? Goes, yes, Dad, I'm a tactical trader. And I do believe it's going to happen. Just throw me some money. So Dad goes, okay, you know what? I'll give you 20,000. Dad is going to love you a lot more than you ever imagine. Money talks and shit walks. Okay? Look at this frigging chart. Do I need to explain to you all where Humana's going? Do we not all pay big insurance for medical insurance? I don't care whether Obamacare is dead or whether the newfangled plan by the Republicans is alive or not. Everybody needs medical insurance. And Humana will adapt. I believe that the government insurance crap is not good. I believe there has to be a combination of private and public insurance, that I can buy insurance from Wisconsin, from California, across the state lines, which Obamacare doesn't allow me to do. It's called competition. It's called capitalism. And some of the proposals put out by the Trump administration follows that rule. So I like it. But killing ACA, Affordable Health Care Act, at its root is devastating. It will put 22 million people out of insurance. That's stupid. That's the reason Donald Trump and the Republicans and everything have stopped from going that way. Forget all that political garbage. Look at this chart. Guys, stock's going higher. You want to make your dad happy? You want to make yourself happy? 320. Is it going to 355? I believe it will. I've said that from here. I've said that from here. Listen to my old webinars. I keep on saying it. You want to buy time? By September, October, November. Health insurance and health doesn't follow 1 month time frames. Do you want to be like a swing trader? We can buy a crap of this options going out months and months. At least 320. What more would you need to know? Okay, let's take a look at Anthem. This is one of the most forward-looking, advanced, technologically advanced health insurance companies. Apple, they're involved with Apple. They're smaller. They're not a big behemoth like Humana. But I'll tell you one thing. Right now, you heard it here first, and I've said this before. Somebody's going to buy frigging Anthem Health. You go to your neighbor and say, "Oh, did you hear about Anthem Health?" They'll say, what? You see Humana, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know Humana. I know United Health." Nobody knows Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, this frigging company is going to get bought. So if you really want to buy some options, buy it 6 months out, a year out. Just go, click on your computer. This is not 320. Yeah, it's going to go there. This is a good looking chart. And these businesses have nothing to do with China, nothing to do with Venezuela. God, I really sound like Donald Trump. Nothing to do with anything foreign. This is domestic. This is health. That's the most cherished thing that God has given us. Because without health, you're dead. End of story. It's a good looking chart. So what's going to happen? It's going to fall apart because everybody just canceled out of health insurance? No. Can it fall back towards 270, 280? Absolutely. Use your own judgment. You guys are adults. Wake up. I love this company. If I didn't have to run the service, because sometimes I do want to shut down my service, seriously, because it's too much work. Coaxing adults like all of you, men, women, to make money. I have enough money that I have earned to just trade my own book. I don't need to put out a private Twitter feed and coax people like do this, do that, and you're 70, 90 bucks a buck that month. You think that makes me rich? I don't think so. You want to know my son's college tuition in between his grandson's scholarship? No, you don't. You know my taxes in New Jersey? No, you don't. So I don't give a flying F about this stuff. I love you guys. I think you guys are great. I love the community that we have. I want to grow the community big. But this is not what sustains me on a living. So I want you guys to be independent. I'm showing you all the tools, what to do. If you guys don't want to do it, you want to cancel the service, go F yourself, honestly. I had a couple of cancellations over the last 3 days. I simply asked them a question, why? They didn't even have the balls to respond back to me. You know why? Because I know I was right, and they don't know what to say. That's life. Okay. Anyway, so these are all good. So let's take a look at the S&P chart with futures down about 450. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to answer because you all are smart and I've taught you guys very well. This red line is the 50-day moving average. This is where we are. Everything that you do depends on this. Now, one bad tweet out, Donald, I can't control that. But in general, this line, the 50-day moving average, simple question, Mike Murphy, is it trending up or trending down?
Frank, I got my charts are not updated. I'm still looking at the S&P futures chart you had up in the beginning.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
can
sure.
we can only see the 15-minute.
Same one that you showed, the first chart with the bear flag on it.
Okay, I am totally on my screen. Must be the internet connection or whatever, because right now I'm the SPX chart right now, and your screen should have refreshed. Don't ask me if your internet connection is slow.
I'm gonna log in again.
I
You
tried
don't,
relogging.
you don't need to log in. What are you seeing right now, you guys?
The 15-minute chart of S&P futures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first bull flag that you showed.
1 second. I am looking at audience view right
okay,
now.
yeah, I got it
There you
now.
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
guys,
Now it's working.
guys, listen. I love you guys, but shut the F up, okay? Because the bottom line is, your systems are slow. I have a 1 gigabyte internet speed. I pay $20 more. If you guys want to skimp on your internet speed and deal with refreshes and slow trading speeds and stuff, no offense, man. This is how I talk to my friends in New York. Freaking stop being a stingy miser and just get your internet speed up to the highest speed. Okay? Seriously. And I'm giving you good advice, all right? Stop skimping on 300 megabytes and bullshit like that. Get the 1 gigabyte. Even Verizon offers it. If you have Fios, you're running at 1.5 gigabytes. We live in a modern world. We're not in Congo. So call up your internet provider tomorrow, my friends, and just upgrade your speed. And if you are that much of a miser not to do that, you will suffer the consequences in trading, in looking at your own charts, and receiving every other thing. Capiche? I know some of you are like, oh, what the hell, Frank's being like that tough. I don't give a shit, okay? Increase your internet speed. So I don't have to hear all this, oh, my screen's not refreshing. Let's move on. Listen, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to help. Just like all the great football coaches once said, we're not in the like business. We're in the help business. If I kept on being soft on you guys because of your bad habits, I'm not just talking about internet speed. You guys will all be in the same frigging position you would be forever. So let's move on. So answer the question straight out because I don't have all night to wait for your responses. What is this red line?
Okay, tell me which line you're looking at, Frank.
Okay, you should know by now. What is this red line?
Oh, the 50-day.
Right. So when you look at it, Mike, when you look at the red line, you can clearly see, let me zoom in a little bit more so everyone can see that. And everyone should know these basic things so you can save your souls when if you really want to be a trader, okay? Or an investor for that matter. So what is the market trying to do?
That's a bullish engulfing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. What is it trying to do with the red line?
Oh, it's touching the red line. It's trying to break through.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Big hug. Exactly. The market wants to go frigging higher. And every other analyst and analyst and so-called big shots and everything, they're all saying, no, the market. How many times when you turn on the TV, you've heard, we're going into a recession. We're going into, this market's going nuts. The bond deals are going like, we're going to recession. Like, it's sickening. Now, if I was stupid, I didn't know anything about economics, I didn't work in Wall Street for 14 years, I'd actually believe I'd have that crap. But I don't. And you guys are lucky that you have somebody like me who's guiding you all through the day and explaining these things to you. They're all full of shit. We are not going into a recession. The lower interest rates that have been propagated by the Federal Reserve, the lower interest rates which have been already forced into the markets, where 10-year government bond deals are 1.68%, are all going to filter through. Yes, it takes a few months, but the second half of the year, and even now, is great. What does low interest mean? People can get a 30-year mortgage for less than 3%. Holy cow! Where in the world do you get a 30-year mortgage on a 200, 400, 600 million plus dollar home at less than 3%? Nowhere. Not even in Canada. This is big stuff. Companies can refinance their leverage loans and do buyouts at very low rates. Think about it in a simple way. So, Mike, thank you. So we are pushing really hard despite all the negativity that pervades us. And I'm not like super bull. You know me. I'm very practical when it comes to it. But I'm sick and tired of all the big shots calling the bad shots on the economy, and the market's going the other way. Who the hell called the market from the levels that we went up to? Clueless trading. Nobody can deny that. Listen to my videos. Was it a luck thing that Donald tweeted out, say, oh, we're going to defer the payments, the tariffs till December 15th? Sure. Luck come from preparation. And we were prepared. So, if we are pushing against this 50-day moving average like no one's business, the market wants to bust a move. The next move is that I have said almost 70 to 100 times, we're going to 2960 to 2970. That's a lot of money. Those are a few the SPY calls that I asked you all to buy at the bottom. The 294 calls were up 933 frigging percent. That's the one expiring tomorrow. I'm out of those. They went from 6 cents yesterday to the $1.43 and ended at 60 cents. For God's sakes, what more can I do for you guys? I refuse to change your diapers. You should refuse to change your diapers. They went from freaking 6 cents at the open. These are the August 14th 294 calls. I didn't recommend it at 6 cents. I recommended them at like 30 cents or something. They went to $1.43. God damn it, guys, wake up. And the ones that we are in right now are the August 16th monthly OPEX expiration. And I hope some of you guys are in it. If you're not, before you go to bed, you better slap yourself really hard. Because I do that sometimes to myself when I move like the shop type of trades, which are up 16, I'm not in it. They were 24 cents. They went to $2.08. These are the August 16th. I'm going to write the frigging thing down, okay? These are the ones that I told you guys to buy. The August 16th, 294 calls. They went from 24 cents yesterday to $2.08. I know some people are math deficient, but simple math, that's almost 1 1,000%. Okay? Net profits, they're less than that, obviously. They're more like around 700%. 700%? When was the last time you made 700%, ladies and gentlemen? Think! I'm sitting here at 14 screens. It's 10 in the evening. I'm going to take my dogs out, we live in a beautiful home next to the waterfront. I love that you guys are here. But I ask myself, why are people so stupid? Why am I sometimes stupid? And if you guys don't think like that, you'll never wake up to anything. I don't care what you do in your life. US business, US stock markets, it what gives Donald Trump and the Trump administration the power to force other countries to do what we want them to do. You think if the markets were down 3,000, 4,000 points, that Donald would have the power to push China or some other country or the European tariffs and everything, or Canada or NAFTA? No. US business is what makes America great. So wake up, guys, all right? Yes, once in a while we'll get stocks that go down, this and that. But you look at the SPYs, like I said in my previous videos, just play it. And we might open down tomorrow, but who the F cares? Wednesdays are kind of down days, right? So you want dollar cost average. So basically what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get back towards 29.66. Now, if you don't have a few pennies to play calls from $1 to $2 or $3, well, that's your problem, not mine. In the meantime, one bad tweet coming out of Donald saying he's not happy with the Chinese because this is a kind of a tweet-driven market in between the technicals, right? Well, that I can't control, guys. Stocks, Walmart. We have a bunch of great earnings. I think Walmart's going to do great. Why? Because the stock fell. Let's not even talk about technicals for a minute. The freaking stock is down from 115 down to 104.72. We were buying it around 107 and around here. End of story. Do you want to buy Walmart here or do you want to buy Walmart there? That's how you have to ask yourself. Cisco. Sometimes just keep things simple, guys. Seriously. Stop being like idiotic analysts. Like, oh, look at the numbers. You guys have no idea. This is one thing I realized after 14 years of Wall Street. Okay? And I was on the research end. I know numbers. I can read a balance sheet, an income statement, the PE ratio, the PEG ratio, which is PE price, what do you call PE divided by growth, right? I can give you like a whole shebang. You won't even know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? What you know. But it doesn't matter. It's the animal spirits in the market. Because every analyst was that smart. Why did they tell us to buy the market on December 24th? Have you ever thought about that? We did. So do you want to buy Cisco here or do you want to buy Cisco there? End of story. End of story. All right. One or two questions because I got to wrap up. I'm pretty exhausted, guys. Any stock that you guys want to look at? Roku. Holy shit. I mean, what the hell is this stock doing? Well, I know what the hell is stock doing. I'm shorting it now because I sold everything yesterday. The few calls that I had left. What do we have in Roku right here, right now, guys? I know one of you will answer that question. What is this formation on Roku from 142. I never thought it would go to 142. I thought it'd go to like 131 because we're buying it here, and I wish, I'm not a liar, that I held a whole bunch of the big positions from there. Then I would be just like sitting so pretty. I'd be just like, oh, webinars? What webinars? But no, I don't do that. So what happened here, guys? What is this? Nazir, what formation is this?
Bearish hammer.
Shooting
Correct.
star.
Shooting
Yes,
star, yeah.
shooting star, inverted hammer, bearish hammer. Thank you. So what does that mean? Roku's all finished? No. It simply means that we're going to buy the crap out of the stock somewhere around 125, 130. Remember one thing about Wall Street. Remember one thing about not just Wall Street, pension funds, everything. They're all a bunch of very smart idiots, okay? And when you're a smart idiot, you make a lot of money. They don't own these stocks from 88, from 60. So if it comes down to 120, it'll be an amazing buy. If it comes down to 130 or 128, it'll be an amazing buy from a tactical trading standpoint. I would love to buy the crap out of Roku at 120. What's going to happen? Everyone's going to say, oh, we're not watching streaming anymore, so I'm going to give my Roku box back. Like Netflix was down today. For what? I mean, it was actually up a little bit, not as much as the market, not like Apple, which we made a ton on. And I hope some of you had Apple. If you didn't, I don't know what to say. Okay? Find your own salvation. Because I told you guys to buy Apple a couple of days ago, including today. Those calls on Apple, the 2 or 2.5 that I asked you guys to buy yesterday and the day before, yesterday, went from $2.24 to $10. If you had 10 calls at 2,000, you'd be up 10,000. If you had one call at 200, you'd be up 1,000. If you didn't, then I'm talking to deaf ears. If you had the 2 or 5 calls, they were at $1.20. They went to $7.80. We played those. Whew. That's an inverted hammer. It's not the end of the world. It simply means the stock will most probably be down about $5 to $10, if not more. And if at 120, I'll buy the crap out of it like no one's business. There's nothing in the internals that is telling me that Roku is ending. Nothing. 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 Stop the old-fashioned way of saying, oh, it's too high, we can't buy it. When the big money wants to get into something, they don't give a crap about the price. It's pikers like us, the small money, that always cares about price. Somebody chopping onions or what? Come on, mute yourself. Any other stock you guys want me to look at? Apple, I would certainly look at. Leading stock in the market. Called it. Apple is going a lot higher. You know why? Because if Apple brings out a foldable phone in September, and I have the Apple XX Max, the biggest screen, because I'm always living off these screens, and I have the 8 Plus. These are the 2 biggest screens on Apple. Okay, so let me write that down for you, ladies and gentlemen. Forget technicals. XX Max, which is the largest screen, the 8 Plus. If Apple brings out something bigger than that, I will be the first one to go nuts and buy 2. Because Apple has subscription programs, sub-programs. Verizon has pay by the month. Anyone can afford a $1,500, $2,000 phone if they move it up there, which I don't think they will. Okay? Because these phones right now are around $1,200 a piece. Do you have to fork out $200 out of pocket? No! This is America. You pay in installments. Apple, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, is going to 220 and best case scenario 230. Let those analysts, let the socialists, let the Elizabeth Warrens and everybody else just piss on every great company that we have here, and including many of you who are so patriotic but so bearish on everything that America does. So sad, so sad. Like I always say, waving a little flag and screaming and chanting and tweeting out about things that happen is not what makes America great. This is what makes America great, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, love you all. Stay strong. It's going to be rocky, but you guys are going to do it. Good night.